Welcome to the AI for Career Success podcast by Curt Robbins, where we help you get smarter than your competition. This is episode 138. I'm Fred, and joining me, as always, is Daphne.
Hello, everyone. Today we are looking at a massive business story. It fundamentally shifts how intellectual property, or IP, is being managed in the age of generative AI.
It's such a big deal.
It is. In fact, this topic was suggested by our producer, Curt Robbins, because the implications here, they really ripple out across every single industry.
And the story's all about the Walt Disney Company and OpenAI. It's not just one big announcement, but really two. First, a $1 billion equity investment in OpenAI.
And then, paired with that, a major licensing deal. A deal that lets users of OpenAI's Sora video generator use some of the most iconic characters in history.
Our sources for this are pulled from several key reports. We're looking at Bedge Edwards' piece in Ars Technica, some great analysis from The Hollywood Reporter, and Nick Robbins early in The Guardian.
And we also have transcripts from interviews on CNBC television and Bloomberg television. All of this information came out on or around December 11, 2025.
So for you, the working professional, this is really a blueprint. It shows exactly how these huge corporations are switching from fighting AI to, well, monetizing it.
Right. Our mission here is to unpack the terms of this huge deal and figure out why this complete reversal of strategy matters so much for your career and your industry.
Okay, so let's get right into it. $1 billion. That's a huge number. What did Disney and OpenAI actually agree to? Starting with the money.
Well, the financials are pretty striking. It's a $1 billion exit investment, and Disney CEO Robert Iger called it a good investment, of course, but he also framed it as a way in.
A way in. A way into what?
A way in to really understand AI's long-term impact on their business. And the sources also say this investment includes warrants, though the specifics there are private.
Right, which basically gives them the option to buy more shares later at a set price. It's a smart financial hedge.
Exactly. It protects their investment and gives them a lot of upside potential.
But the investment is one thing. The licensing part of this.
Yeah.
That's the real game changer. What's the scope of the IP license?
This is the part that made Hollywood's collective jaw drop. It's a 3-year deal. It allows Sora users to generate short video clips featuring more than, get this, more than 200 characters.
200. From Disney, Marvel, Pixar, Star Wars.
The whole universe. And remember, Sora can create these incredibly realistic cinematic scenes from just a text prompt.
So we're not talking about B-list characters here.
No, not at all. We're talking Mickey Mouse, Darth Vader, Iron Man, Simba. And it's not just the characters. It's the costumes, the props, the vehicles, the environments.
So you can actually ask Sora to generate a clip of Mickey Mouse flying the Millennium Falcon.
And it would be officially sanctioned by Disney. That's the key.
And it goes beyond just Sora, right?
Yeah.
The ChatGPT image generator is also getting access.
It is. And this is a really significant technical shift. Before this, OpenAI's moderation filters would have blocked you from creating an image of Darth Vader. Now they're essentially Disney's authorized distributor. Iger also mentioned the deal is partially exclusive. He guessed that it would be for about the first year, which is a huge head start.
And what about inside Disney? This isn't just for the public.
No. Disney plans to deploy ChatGPT for its own employees and even use OpenAI's tech to build new features for Disney Plus Asia. So AI becomes an internal productivity tool, too.
Okay, this is where the story gets really interesting, because this partnership is a complete 180 for Disney.
A dramatic reversal. You have to remember, just a few months ago, Disney and all of Hollywood were openly hostile towards Sora.
Right. When the latest version launched, its policy was that it could use copyrighted characters unless the owner specifically opted out.
And that opt-out policy just terrified Hollywood. It flipped the whole idea of copyright protection on its head. Talent agencies reacted immediately.
I remember that. CAA called it a significant risk, and UTA said it was exploitation, not innovation.
WME even opted out all of its clients in a single move. The backlash was so intense that OpenAI's CEO Sam Altman had to backtrack, promising more control, even talking about revenue sharing.
But here's the twist. As Disney was making this friendly deal with OpenAI, they were getting aggressive with everyone else.
Extremely aggressive. They sent a cease and desist letter to Google, accusing its AI services and YouTube of infringing Disney's copyrights on a massive scale.
And it wasn't just Google. The sources say Disney also filed lawsuits against Midjourney, along with NBC Universal and Warner Bros.
And they sent similar letters to Meta and Character.ai.
So what's the strategy here? Be friends with one and sue the others.
That's exactly the strategy. You partner with the market leader, OpenAI, to set the terms and create a monetization model. Then you use legal action to force everyone else to either pay up or stop. It creates a very clear line between authorized and unauthorized AI use.
Let's take a brief break for a special message from our producer, Curt Robbins.
Hi, this is Curt Robbins. First, thanks for listening. I truly appreciate your support. I want to let you know that I'm currently accepting new clients. My rates are affordable, and I have more than 25 years of experience working for enterprise companies like Microsoft, Northrop Grumman, Oracle, PNC Bank, FedEx, USAA, and Wells Fargo, among many others. If you want to improve your IT documentation and communications, hire me. I deliver fast, know how to use AI to improve efficiency and accuracy, and love going the extra mile to satisfy my clients. Thank you for subscribing and listening. Back to you, Daphne and Fred.
Welcome back to the AI for Career Success podcast.
What does all this mean for a working professional, maybe someone trying to write an AI policy for their own company? This is bigger than just Mickey Mouse videos.
Absolutely. The main takeaway for any corporate strategy is pragmatism. Disney basically concluded that fighting AI is a losing battle. It's much, much better to embrace it and find a way to get paid.
Get paid for the disruption instead of just being disrupted.
Precisely. CEO Iger even compared this deal to their $1.5 billion investment in Epic Games. He sees them as the same kind of move.
How so?
It's about reaching younger audiences, Gen Alpha, Gen Z, where they are. So AI licensing is now on the same level as gaming as a major growth opportunity.
Now, what about the guardrails, the protections for workers and creators? That's a huge concern for people.
And it's a key part of the deal. A really important detail is what is not included. The agreement explicitly does not include any talent likenesses or voices.
That's a critical distinction, especially after the Hollywood strikes.
It creates a clear boundary. The corporation can license its fictional IP, the characters, the assets, but the unique identity of a human actor, their face and voice, that remains protected. It has to be negotiated separately.
So that's the model for other companies. Protect the people, license the property.
Exactly. And both companies also committed to robust controls to prevent harmful content. That's sort of the baseline legal defense for any company using these tools now.
Sam Altman from OpenAI even called this a model for collaboration. He said it shows how AI and creative companies can work together responsibly.
And then there's the business model shift. Starting in early 2026, Disney Plus is going to stream a curated selection of fan-made Sora videos.
So they're turning fans into content creators.
Overnight, using AI to generate new branded content for their platform at almost zero cost. It's a completely new way to drive engagement.
So to sum it up, this $1 billion investment and licensing deal from Disney is really a watershed moment. It creates a clear path for big companies to get paid for their IP in the AI era.
It really does, and it raises a critical question for everyone listening, no matter what your job is. Disney is giving ChatGPT access to its employees. So how quickly will licensed, brand-safe AI tools stop being an advantage and just become a baseline required skill for a corporate job?
A very good question. AI literacy is fast becoming a necessity, not a bonus.
The change is happening right now.
Thank you for listening to the AI for Career Success podcast from Curt Robbins, where we help you get smarter than your competition. Remember to like, subscribe, comment, and share. We'll see you next time.